Hey guys. I just wanted to read the disclaimer for you, because this bitch is such a dumbass, lol. Anyway, here's the disclaimer. This is a one shot, so there will be no part 2. This is also 21 plus, but if your parents allowed you, you can watch it, nobody cares you're 10. Also wear your headphones, because shit is about to go down. I'll let you enjoy now. I'm out, bye. Psych. It was a sunny afternoon. You were sitting inside your minivan, having some of that delicious ramen. You lived in this camping place for a while now. You didn't have anywhere to go, just this campsite. After having a terrible fight with your parents and losing all of your friends, you became a loner. You were bored, extremely.
That's such a pain in the ass.
You moved out of your minivan and laid on the grass. The sky was so pretty. You were smelly, thought. You decided to finally take a bath, feeling really sweaty. You pig. The lake wasn't so far away from your minivan, but the campsite was really big, so it was easy to get lost. Since it was only 5 in the morning, you expected no people around, so no swimsuit needed. You only grabbed your striped towel and headed in the direction of the lake. You finally saw it. After walking around 10 minutes, the was deep blue and surrounded by sand.
Wow, so pretty.
You loved it. Looking around, making sure no one was around, you stripped your clothes down, ready to go skinny dipping. The water was refreshingly cold. Your brain almost froze though.
Shit, Omo, it's so cold.
You straighted swimming around. You let the water carry your body. So calming. After a long swim, you head out of the water. There's still nobody. You decide to catch some tan. As you lay down, still naked, the sun is burning. You suddenly hear a whistle. Shit, you shot your eyes open and see a hot sexy guy standing near you. You try to cover yourself with some of your clothes. No need to cover yourself, baby girl. He states hotly, making your cheeks burn.
You perv.
Putting your panties on, you try to turn away. He just whines and removes his shirt. A set of abs greet your sight.
Dang.
You mutter, who is this hottest god? He comes closer and sits down next to you. Your eyes can't leave his abs. He grabs your chin and he forces you to look at his eyes. He smirks as he checks you out. Hey, I'm Jungkook. I've been checking you out lately. There aren't many hot girls in this camp. Jesus.
I am your name.
You stuttered, not knowing how to reply to his compliment. So how are you? He asked awkwardly, staring at your bosoms. What a fucking pervert. You covered them with your shirt.
Low-key feeling I raped.
You tried to get some space, since he was literally in your face. Boy, like, chill. Heather, I'm not raping you, but I can if you want. You almost choke at his words.
You ain't raping me.
You furrowed your brows. You're no fun. That was rude.
You're mean.
You frown, offended, pouting. He smiled proudly. This bitch. That's what I wanted. He loved when you were pouting.
What the fuck?
He was staring so much, it was low-key awkward.
This is awkward.
He smirked. Then let's make it more physical.
You.
He raised his eyebrow.
That's not gay.
He didn't let you finish, because this fucking stranger was fucking kissing you. What the fuck? This Jungkook was a real good kisser. He made your panties wet in 3 seconds of kissing. Got him. Fight your name. You're not a weak pussy. You pushed him away from you and yelled,
"Get away from me."
It caught his off guard and he blinked a few times. Confused maybe. Well, obviously not, because he smirked right after. You sure are very different. Your name. I like that. It makes me want you even more. And then we were here again. He was again fucking kissing you. Like, boy, if you don't. Anyway, you were tired of fighting, so you decided to let him do his thing, because you knew he would get annoyed if you don't respond. A few minutes of Jungkook sucking at your face and you trying to stay calm had passed. You swore to God your face was non-existent at this point. He surely was annoyed, since he was growling and furrowing his brows continuously. I mean, yeah, he was really good looking, abs for days and amazing kisser. You wanted to kiss him back and make out for hours, but you didn't want to lose your pride and virginity. Mon your name, be a true feminist, protect your vagina, and show men you can refuse them. Jungkook suddenly ended the kiss and was looking at you hotly with half closed eyes. His lips started turning purple and were very plump. Your name, you are no fun, but I know you can't refuse me forever. He put his hands around your waist as he said so, and he leaned backwards.
So that's all for today, lame.
You stated teasingly, but wished for him saying yes. We haven't even started, baby girl. His words made shivers run through your whole body. He grabbed your hand and pulled you with him.
Where are you going?
You asked Loki, trying to get away from him. That's a surprise. You were heading through the campsite. It didn't take you long to get to the destination Jungkook was looking for. It was his minivan. You already knew shit was about to go down. I mean, girl and boy in one small space. Laying down doesn't lead to anything good.
I think I'm gotta get going.
You tried to get out of this situation. It's not like he wasn't attracting you. He sure was. You were also checking him out, but you didn't love him. This didn't feel right. You are not gonna sleep with a fuckboy. I'm sorry, your name, about how I acted before. It's not how I usually am. I was just a little horny. You know, you are very hot. Your cheeks burned at his compliment, and you chuckled a little. Maybe he isn't a fuckboy. You can leave if you want. And again, I'm sorry.
I changed my mind. I'll stay for a while.
You didn't let him finish. Oh wait, like really? He was blushing really hard and scratched the back of his neck.
Yeah.
You smiled sweetly at him. He was a cutie after all. So, you wanna come in? Jungkook asked awkwardly. You just nodded and headed inside. It was really small, but cozy. You made your way to the mattress and threw yourself on it. It was a really soft bed. You let out a sigh. It was early morning and you were already tired. Jungkook was also inside, but he was just awkwardly standing there. He must be really embarrassed about what happened earlier.
I forgive you about what happened earlier. Alright, just sit down and don't make it awkward for both of us.
You said, trying to make the atmosphere less tense. Jungkook let out a low laugh and sat next to you. You had some few conversations about things you like and stuff. He was a really nice and interesting guy. He was so dreamy, talking about his career as a singer. He must truly love it. And his fans. His face was goddamn beautiful, like your heartbeat was sped up to maximum. You were sure you weren't listening to him at this point, because you were too busy staring. So I think that's all. What about you? You were nodding your head, still staring. Hello, Earth, call your name. He waved his hand in front of your face. Shit, you weren't listening. Just say something.
Oh yeah, I think so too.
You probably looked like the dumbest person ever. Jungkook just laughed it off. He knew you weren't listening. Your cheeks were cherry red. You looked down, embarrassed, dumbass. You felt his fingers on your chin. He moved your head towards him so he could make eye contact. You stared deeply into his sparkling doe eyes. It was silent but not awkward. Something between you two was sparkling. Pretty mesmerizing, I would say. You couldn't hold yourself back and leaned forward. Your hot breath was hitting Jungkook's skin. You didn't know what you were doing, but currently, you were kissing GN Jungkook, the hottest guy in the camp. I mean, again, now that you wanted to kiss him, it was a complete new feeling. His lips are soft and sweet, perfectly blending with rough movements. He was truly something. Your hand made their way to his hair without control. His hands were also rubbing up and down at your thighs. Soon you two were eating each other's faces. Escalated quite quickly. Your kissing was interrupted by more soft and sharp breaths. I think yours hands got a little lost too, since his hands were now caressing your ass and yours were making its way under Jungkook's shirt. He quickly grabbed it and threw it away. Same happened to your towel that was still miraculously on you. So that means you're naked. Fucking naked. His eyes traveled along your body. You were burning up. You didn't want him to stare. So you pressed yourself against him and kissed again. He laid you down on your back and straddled over you. His hands were everywhere, and it wasn't bad. Soon his pants also flew. Jungkook was now practically laying on you, and you were so sure you can't feel his member. Cook Jr. is a giant, ladies and gentlemen. A giant. You were feeling anxious. It was your first time and you didn't want to mess up. It was happening so quick. He looked at you, worried. Your name. We don't have to continue if you don't want to, because of we crossed this line.
Yes, I want to continue.
You cut him off. You wanted him so much. You didn't have time for shit talks. He smirked at you. That's my girl. And he was in. Well, it wasn't as bad, sure it hurt, but what came after could wipe out any pain. Jungkook's eyes were glued on you the whole time. Drops of sweat on his forehead were dripping on your neck. His eyes were filled with lust and pleasure. You knew you were close because your whole body was tingling. Already out of breath, you two didn't stop. You didn't want to stop. You couldn't. And then the clinics came. Just like a boom, hip thrusts were getting sloppier and slower. You were catching your breath as Jungkook rested his forehead on yours. Your lips met again in a sweet little peck. You didn't know what to say. You were out of words. As well as him, he only muttered the thing that came across your minds at the same time. I think I love you. If you made it this far in the video, I'll have to congratulate you on surviving. I guess it wasn't what you were expecting, but I don't give a. Hope it made you at least laugh, because the lack of talent I have for writing smuts is really here to be laughed at. Anyways, have a great rest of the day or night and peace.